Hey there, self-care warriors. Welcome back to Self-Care Haven. Today I want to talk to you about a tactic that narcissists use, and that is the tactic of diversion. When narcissists engage in diversion, they are basically deflecting attention from an issue that you bring up in order to undermine your objective. They can do this by projecting onto you their malignant traits, gaslighting you so that you basically believe that the problem isn't a problem, staging personal attacks on your character or your intelligence or your confidence. They will basically address everything else but the main issue. And they do this deliberately. If they can keep you off center, if they can keep you off balance, they know that they can basically keep you off track so you will never mention the issue again. Or at the very least, you won't mention it without knowing that there's going to be obstacles involved in addressing that issue. They can also deflect the issue through narcissistic rage. When you begin to associate that rage with bringing up any sort of emotions or issues or problems, what is often happening is that the narcissist is conditioning you to expect that rage whenever you address your own feelings. And by doing that, they get you to stifle your own feelings, your own gut instincts, your own perceptions about things. And this is a popular way that they distort your reality and take full control over your perceptions. Now, on a societal level, this happens all the time. We have people who divert the attention off actual topics that need to be addressed. And they do this in many different ways. They do this by asking, well, what about that other topic? Or, yes, we understand the issues of this minority group, but what about the majority group? What about the group that's always been dominant? There's all sorts of ways that politically and socially we also use deflection as a way to divert the attention right back to the privileged group in society. And that is exactly how a narcissist operates in a relationship as well. If you think about it, a relationship between a narcissist and his or her victim actually serves as kind of a microcosm of societal dynamics. Much like the dominant group in society tries to stifle the voices of the groups that are underprivileged and disadvantaged by diverting and deflecting the attention off of them and right back onto them, the privileged group, this type of redirection happens in a narcissistically abusive relationship all the time. Now, the reason I bring up the societal issue is that also happens online, in cyberspace. We have trolls and bullies who try to divert and deflect the real issues, the attention off the real issues, so that it can be redirected back to the people who are benefiting from the fact that there's a problem. So we have misogynistic trolls who put down women, and they demean their intelligence, they demean their credentials, and they undermine their arguments by staging personal attacks on character. And in that way, they are able to basically throw these advocates off of balance and make them feel as if they are off balance, on edge, so they can't continue their advocacy work, or at least they find it difficult to continue their advocacy work. Similarly, in a narcissistically abusive relationship, the abusive partner will make sure that you are constantly on edge, walking on eggshells. It's really interesting how that abusive relationship can serve as that microcosm to understand what's happening at a deeper level in society today. We have narcissistic trolls, and we know that from research that trolls and cyberbullies tend to be psychopaths. They divert, they deflect, just like narcissists in relationships. we can see narcissism in almost every facet of society today. And this diversion tactic is not just limited to relationships. It can take place in the workplace, it can take place in cyberspace, it can take place anywhere and everywhere. So the next time that you are bringing up an issue, whether that be a societal issue or a relationship issue, notice if you are being diverted or redirected to a facet of the topic that is not important or is irrelevant. Notice if you are being attacked for your intelligence, your character, or something that doesn't necessarily have any sort of contribution to the argument that you're making. Notice when you are being diverted, because this is a manipulation tactic that can be used in order to stifle your voice. It's really important to notice it's not just in relationships with others, but also in societal contexts that are even larger than relationships. Because this type of narcissism, this type of narcissistic diversion happens all the time. It's happening everywhere. And if you start to notice it more, you'll realize when your voice is being silenced. And when you notice that your voice is being silenced, you can actually do something about it. You can stop the redirection. You can stop walking on eggshells. You can stop living on the edge of uncertainty. And you can reconnect with that certainty inside of you that says, I will not be redirected. I will not have this issue be diverted, be deflected to benefit the person who's benefiting from that issue. And that will often stop the projection and the gaslighting in its tracks, because you are no longer internalizing it. You are no longer internalizing someone else's diversion tactic to keep you silent. So always remember, self-care warriors, you are here to use your voices. No matter what traumas or abuse you've gone through, you still have a voice. Please continue to use it in whatever way you can, in whatever platforms you feel are safe for you to use your voice in. And don't be afraid to make a difference. I hope to talk to you soon, and until then, take care.